I found your note inside the cookbook, between the flour and the thyme. The paper bent where your hand had pressed, a little weathered just like mine. You wrote, remember to call your mother, then drew a flower by the name. I stood there with the kettle humming and read those 4 lines twice again. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small proof of what we were living for. A grocery list, a borrowed pen, your crooked heart in blue ink again. The corner says the rent was paid. The date is smudged but still comes through. I recognize the way you cross the T, like even letters lean toward you. Some things leave without a warning, some things stay beneath the dust. I keep the words that carried mourning, because they carried more than us. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small proof of what we were living for. A grocery list, a borrowed pen, your crooked heart in blue ink again. If I could send one back this evening, I'd say the house is holding fine. I water every plant you left here, and keep your birthday on the line. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small proof of what we were living for. A grocery list, a borrowed pen, your crooked heart in blue ink again. I found your note inside the cookbook, and let the kettle sing a while, then tucked it safely by the window, where the morning can find your smile. You wrote the grocery list in blue on the back of a library card. Milk, oranges, call your sister too. And one small note about my heart. I found it tucked beneath the keys from when we rented that upstairs room.
paper smelled like dust and tea. The ink had faded into afternoon. I keep your handwriting in a drawer, beside the receipts and a rusted pin. I don't read it like I did before, but I know where every letter begins. There was a date beside your name, and a crooked star beside mine. You drew it while the kettle complained on a Tuesday in 1999. The corners curl, the paper thin, still your careful slant remains. Some things leave, but some stay in. The little pressure marks and stains. I keep your handwriting in a drawer, beside the receipts and a rusted pin. I don't read it like I did before, but I know where every letter begins. If I could ask one thing tonight, would you remember that kitchen chair, the chipped white mug, the yellow light, the way you pushed my hair from there? I found your note inside the cookbook, between the time and the grocery list. The paper wore a little coffee ring, but I knew your handwriting like a kiss. You wrote, "Don't forget your blue coat," as if the winter waited by the door. Funny how four ordinary words can make a quiet room feel full once more. I keep your handwriting in the drawer, folded twice beneath the buttons and thread. Every crooked letter says you knew me, every blank space says the things you left unsaid. When the house gets still, I read them all and borrow back the warmth of being known. I keep your handwriting in the drawer, so I never have to lose you all alone. There's one from June beside the window. You drew a sun with 7 uneven rays. You asked me if I'd made it home yet, though I was standing there beside your chair that day. The ink has softened at the edges, the corners curl whenever rain comes through, but time can't take the little details, like how the final line leaned toward the truth. I'll keep your handwriting in the drawer, folded twice beneath the buttons and thread. Every crooked letter says you knew me, every blank space says the things you left unsaid. When the house gets still, I read them all and borrow back the warmth of being known. I keep your handwriting a wound, but as a place to start. Every crooked letter still can find me. Every small reminder puts a hinge back on my heart. When the house gets still, I read them all, then set them down and let the daylight show. I keep your handwriting in the drawer and carry what you gave me when I go. The paper waits beneath the thread, your careful words, my quiet home. I found your note inside the cookbook, between the flower and the thyme. Your handwriting leaned toward the corner, like it was hurrying to find me in time. You rode by oranges on your way home and drew a crooked little sun. I kept it though the ink has faded. Somehow I still know where you meant to run. These little lines have carried me through every house and change in view. A folded piece of yesterday still opens up to you. When the years feel hard to hold, I read the words you left behind, and for a moment, hand in hand, our ordinary lives align. There's one beneath the winter photos, tucked behind a birthday card. You said the soup was on the stovetop, and not to worry if the day was hard. The paper smells like cedar drawers now. The edges curl beneath my thumb, but every quiet mark remembers the room you were in, the person I'd become. These little lines have carried me through every house and change in view. A folded piece of yesterday still opens up to you. When the years feel hard to hold, I read the words you left behind, and for a moment, hand in hand, our ordinary lives align. I used to think that love was louder, something no one could mistake. Now I know it lives in pencil, in the lists we make, and the messes we leave awake. So I'll write one for tomorrow, leave it where your coffee starts. Come home when you can, I miss you. 8 small words to keep a place inside the heart. These little lines have carried me through every house and change in view. A folded piece of yesterday still opens up to you. When the years feel hard to hold, I read the words you left behind, and for a moment, hand in hand, our ordinary found your note inside the cookbook and put it back where it had been. Some things are meant to wait for us. Some things bring us home again. I found your note inside the cookbook, between the flour and the dye. Your handwriting leaned toward the corner, like it was hurrying to find me in time. You rode by oranges on your way home, then drew a crooked little sun. I kept it though the ink has faded. Somehow I still know where you meant to run. These little lines have carried me through every house and change in view. A folded piece of yesterday still opens up to you. When the years feel hard to hold, I read the words you left behind. And for a moment, hand in hand, our ordinary lives alive. There's one beneath the winter photos, tucked behind a birthday card. You said the soup was on the stovetop, and not to worry if the day was hard. The paper smells like cedar drawers, now the edges curl beneath my thumb. But every quiet mark remembers the room you were in, the person I'd become. These little lines have carried me through every house and change in view. A folded piece of yesterday still opens up to you. When the years feel hard to hold, I read the words you left behind. And for a moment, hand in hand, our ordinary lives alive. I used to think that love was louder, something no one could mistake. Now I know it lives in pencil, in the lists we make and the messes we leave awake. So I'll write one for tomorrow, leave it where your coffee starts. Come home when you can, I miss you. 8 small words to keep a place inside the heart. These little lines have carried me through every house and changing view. A folded piece of yesterday still opens up to you. When the years feel hard to hold, I read the words you left behind. And for a moment, hand in hand, our ordinary lives alive. I found your note inside the cookbook and put it back where it had been. Some things are meant to wait for us. Some things bring us home again.
I found your note inside the cookbook, beside the page for Sunday bread. The corner folded ink on lighter, but I could still hear what you said. You wrote, don't rush the morning coffee, and drew a crooked little sun. I held the paper by the window, like he was still a careful one. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small blue lines I keep saving for. Proof that your hands once rested here, proof that the ordinary mattered, dear. There's one beneath the old coat button, one in the box of winter scarves, a list of things we meant to fix then, a joke that still catches me off guard. The paper smells like cedar closets, the words lean softly to the right. I read them when the house is quieted, and let the past sit down a while. I have written notes in the kitchen drawer, small blue lines I keep saving for. Proof that your hands once rested here, proof that the ordinary mattered, dear. I used to think the grandest moments were the ones we'd never lose. Now I know love leaves its fingerprints on grocery lists and borrowed shoes. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small blue lines I keep saving for. I don't need more than these few words to feel you near me in this room. Don't rush the morning coffee. I won't. I found your note inside the cookbook, between the flour and the thyme. The paper bent where your hand had pressed, a little weathered, just like mine. You wrote, remember to call your mother, then drew a flower by the name. I stood there with the kettle humming, and read those 4 lines twice again. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small proof of what we were living for. A grocery list, a borrowed pen, your crooked heart in blue ink again. The corner says the rent was paid, the date is matched but still comes through. I recognize the way you cross the T, like even letters lean toward you. Some things leave without a warning, some things stay beneath the dust. I keep the words that carried mourning, because they carried more than us. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small proof of what we
crooked heart in blue ink again. If I could send one back this evening, I'd say the house is holding fine. I water every plant you left here, and keep your birthday on the line. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small proof of what we were living for. A grocery list, a borrowed pen, your crooked heart in blue ink again. I found your note inside the cookbook and let the kettle sing a while, then tucked it safely by the window where the morning can find your smile. Ink spills on the margins of a page, telling secrets that we kept at our age. Yellow paper folded in a square. Still remember how you pinned back your hair. These handwritten notes in the drawer, dusting off the years like a floor. Words you wrote in a rush to leave before the turning of the winter sleep. Letters from a desk in the hall, small confessions hanging on the wall. Coffee stains marking the time we lost, counting pennies just to measure the cost. These handwritten notes in the drawer, dusting off the years like a floor. You wrote in a rush to leave before the turning of the winter sleep. Soft ink fades of everything we talked about, just I found your note inside the cookbook, beside the page for Sunday bread. The corner folded, ink on lighter, but I could still hear what you said. You wrote, "Don't rush the morning coffee. and drew a crooked little sun. I held the paper by the window, like you were still the careful one. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small blue lines I keep saving for, proof that your hands once rested here, proof that the ordinary mattered, dear. There's one beneath the old coat button, one in the box of winter scarves, a list of things we meant to fix then, a joke that still catches me off guard. The paper smells like cedar closets, the words lean softly to the right. I read them when the house is quiet, and let the past sit down a while. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small blue lines I keep saving for, proof that your hands once rested here, proof that the ordinary mattered, dear. I used to think the grandest moments were the ones we'd never lose. Now I know love leaves its fingerprints on grocery lists and borrowed shoes. Handwritten notes in the kitchen drawer, small blue lines I keep saving for. I don't need more than these few words to feel you near me in this room. Don't rush the morning coffee. I won't, not anymore. I found your handwriting inside an old cookbook, beside the flower mark, the page you never took. A list of things to buy, then half a line erased. I traced the little letters like I could trace your face. The kettle clicked, the afternoon went still. I heard your voice in the quiet of the sill. You left small notes in ordinary places, under the lamp, beside the keys, and every crooked word still holds me, like your hand resting lightly on my sleeve. I keep them close, I keep them close to me. One said call when you get there, in blue ink by the door. Another marked the winter coat you'd mended once before. The paper turned to amber, the corners curled and thin. but nothing that you meant to say has ever left my skin. The house has changed, the garden's overgrown. Still those few lines can make it feel like home. You left small notes in ordinary places, under the lamp, beside the keys, and every crooked word still holds me, like your hand rested lightly on my sleeve. I keep them close, I keep them close to me. Someday I'll write one for somebody I love. Not many words, just enough. Take your time, the door is open wide. I'm here, come inside. You left small notes in ordinary places, and taught my heart what staying means. Now every crooked word still holds me, a little proof of all you gave to me. I keep them close, I keep them close to me. The cookbook sleeps beside my bed. Your careful blue ink, the things you said. I found your handwriting inside an old cookbook, beside the flower mark, the page you never took. A list of things to buy, then half a line erased. I traced the little letters like I could trace your face. The kettle clicked, the afternoon went still. I heard your voice in the quiet of the sill. You left small notes in ordinary places, under the lamp, beside the keys, and every crooked word still holds me, like your hand resting lightly on my sleeve. I keep them close, I keep them close to me. One said, call when you get there, in blue ink by the door. Another mark the winter coat you'd mended once before. The paper turned to amber, the corners curled and thin, but nothing that you meant to say has ever left my skin. The house has changed, the garden's overgrown. Still those few lines can make it feel like home. You left small notes in ordinary places, under the lamp, beside the keys, and every crooked word still holds me, like your hand resting lightly on my sleeve. I keep them close, I keep them close. Take your time, the door is open wide. I'm here, come inside. You left small notes in ordinary places and taught my heart what staying means. Now every crooked word still holds me, a little proof of all you gave to me. I keep them close, I keep them close to me. The cookbook sleeps beside my bed, your careful blue ink, the things you said. I found your note behind the kitchen clock, folded twice with a coffee-colored mark. You rode by oranges, don't forget the rain. And somehow I was back there once again. The paper held the shape of your old hand, a little crease where I could understand. You left small things that time could never take, a grocery list, a button, a birthday cake. I keep them in the drawer beside the keys, little proofs of who we used to be.
There's a bus ticket tucked inside a book, from the winter when you taught me how to look. Past the station, past the frozen river bend, toward the place where every road could end.
I read the words until the ink runs thin. Some doors close softly, but they still let memory in. You left small things that time could never take, a grocery list, a button, a birthday cake. I keep them in the drawer beside the keys, little proofs of who we used to be.
If I could send one letter through the years, I'd say I understand the quiet now.
Love was in the ordinary days, the way you waited, the way you showed me how. You left small things that time could never take, a grocery list, a button, a birthday cake. I keep them in the drawer beside the keys, little proofs of who we used to be, little proofs you're still a part of me. I found your note behind the kitchen clock and let the afternoon